This is the third part of the FM18 Youth Development Experiment, where this is going to be Season 7, 8 and 9, tracking the progress of the low-class Son Goku and the Saiyan Elite Prince Vegeta. We last left them off where Goku just got promoted with Freiburg and is now in the first division of Germany, where Prince Vegeta, now at Bayern Munich, has already won 2 league titles. So now that in the same league, who will be the better player? Let's find out as we go through Season 7, 8 and 9, Low Class versus Elite. What is happening, guys? My name is Adam, I am a Super Swan, and welcome to Episode 3 of the Youth Development Experiment for FM18. We are in the year 2024. This is the 7th season where we're going to be tracking these two players. So let's see how they both got on. They were both in the Bundesliga last time we checked. And there's been movement on both fronts for these two players. Prince Vegeta has gone to Manchester United in the Premier League with £88 million, and Son Goku has gone to Monaco in the French Ligue 1. We'll have a look at Goku first. So Goku, 22 years old now, has won 3 caps for Spain, so another 2 caps over the course of a year. Again, the stats are going to get better. By all means, compare them from the last episode, should you wish to. But we can clearly see there's a few more greens in there. They might be the same greens from last time, to be honest with you. But there are clear improvements from the last year. He's playing in the Champions League, he's playing in the Ligue 1, he's playing in the French Cup. So he's playing all the competitions, although he's down as a rotation player. So he's not the key player for Monaco, as he would be for Freiburg. So how much did he move for? £44 million. So a big money move for Son Goku. Pardon me. And if we look at the stats, 28 appearances in the league, 16 goals, 1 assist, 4 player of the matches, 7.66 average rating. If we look at all appearances there, 30 appearances, 16 off the bench, 26 goals, 3 assists and 3 player of the matches, a 7.61 overall rating. Did Monaco win their league? Let's have a look. They came second in their league. If we have a look, they lost out by a single point to PSG, and they went unbeaten as well. They didn't lose a single game all season, but yet lost the league by a single point. That must be a bitter pill to swallow for Goku, having an unbeatable season, but didn't win the league. So I think it's going to be interesting over the next few years whether or not Monaco can close the gap to PSG over Monaco. But we'll have a look more at Son Goku. He's not even in this last starting 11. But to be fair, he is a rotation player, so he's on the bench on this. So he's obviously trained as a left winger and a right winger now as well. Did he win any individual honours? Did he win any trophies this season? So they came runners-up in the French Cups. They didn't win that. He was in the season 11. Naming quite a number of team of the weeks. He came runners-up in the under-21 championships as well. So he didn't win a trophy, but he did win the Trophée des Champions, which I think is the Super Cup. Yes, it's the Super Cup. So Monaco beat PSG in the Super Cup. So here's a trophy for Goku's trophy cabinet, which we'll be adding on. But no individual awards, so no Player of the Years, anything like that. Did he get any sort of top stats in Ligue 1? Not really. I mean, Pietro Pellegri's also at Monaco, so he's going to be his direct competition. And he looks like a stunning player. So it's going to be hard, I think, for Goku to try and get Pietro Pellegri out of the team. But he's not coming up on any of the stats. So he is a rotation player, so maybe he didn't get the same amount of games as he normally would. So that's Son Goku. Let's have a look at Prince Vegeta. So he got his big money move to Manchester United with £88 million on 240k a week. And he's got 20 caps for Spain, 12 goals, and I can also see he's still playing under 21 games as well. So he's played 32 under 21 caps, 17 goals, so he's just banging them in. And if we look at the statistics here, 11 goals in the Champions League, 20 in the Premier League, 1 in the FA Cup, 2 in the Carabao Cup, 1 in the Community Shield, 6 for his international country. So all in all, for club, 55 games, 35 goals, 7 assists, and 19 player of the matches, and a 7.88 average rating. He went for £103 million. So he has totaled 198 million in transfer fees, almost breaking the £200 million mark. Is Man United going to be now his settled club? Is that going to be it? Or will he be on the move again? Is he going to be one of those journeyman players where he plays in every league to get trophies from every possible country he goes to? But we'll have a look at the individual honours before we look at Man United, because it'll probably tell us in the individual honours. So if we just look at United, because this is going to be where all the trophies are. So we became the most expensive German player at 103 million. He won the Community Shield. He was shortlisted for World Footballer of the Year. He was named in World Team of the Year. He was the runner-up in the World Player of the Year. He missed out to Mbappe. So he's starting to get, one of the best players in the world, Prince Vegeta. So he lost out to Mbappe for that. World Golden Ball runner-up. He also lost that to Mbappe as well. So he is 3 years younger than Mbappe. But to be fair, he had an 8.15 average rating. So that's going to be something to keep an eye on for Vegeta. If he can win a Golden Ball or a Player of the Year, that would be definitely something to add to his trophy cabinet. He won the Carabao Cup with Man United. He won the Premier League with Man United. He won Young Player of the Year, top goal scorer runner-up. He was runner-up in the FA Cup, and he won the Champions League as well. And he won Forward of the Season, Golden Boot in the Champions League. He has just raked in the honours this season for Man United. So Man United, apart from the FA Cup, I think won every single competition. If we look at the competitions, how do we look at the competitions they're in? Competitions. Here we go. So they won the Champions League. They topped the league by 2 points from Liverpool. Runners-up in the FA Cup. Won the Carabao Cup and won the Community Shield. They almost won 5 trophies in one season. They won 4 trophies, which is an amazing achievement on itself. But the fact that he won almost every single trophy, and he was the top goal scorer in the Champions League as well. So Vegeta's definitely at the right club for honours, as he has won pretty much everything at Man United within the first season. So he hasn't won the FA Cup yet. He hasn't won the Club World Championship yet. So those are 2 trophies. Obviously he hasn't won anything at international level either. So Vegeta's definitely raked in the trophies, but we'll do a comparison of the two like we always do. So there was a clear gap last time between the 2 players, and the gap has pretty much continued. Although Goku's matching on the speed, matching on the vision, 2 away on the attacking, 1 away on technical, 4 on the aerial, 3 on the mental, 2 defending, and 2 physical. So if we look, Vegeta is Goku is with half of Vegeta. There's 2 Gokus in a Vegeta. That's 88 million to 44.5. And he's also paid double the wages as well. So at the moment, is it safe to say that Vegeta's twice the player that Goku is? We look at the attributes, and as we mentioned in the last episode, Vegeta has almost got on every single attribute. Still ahead on the leadership though, Goku. You are still the leader. And they're matching for acceleration, composure, aggression, penalty taking. So I think there's more things matching than last time. And we look at the statistics as well. Vegeta played more games as he was in the Champions League as well. Obviously scored more goals because they were in more games. But Goku scored more goals per 90 minutes than Vegeta did. So Goku scoring more goals in less time, whereas Vegeta's got the more assists, the more key passes, better passing, better shots, whereas Goku's got more tackles won. So it's a bit of a flip reverse of last time where we said that Goku was the creative player, whereas Vegeta was the main striker. almost seems like it's reversed this season. So, both have obviously gone to big clubs, but Vegeta, I think, this season has just swept the board of almost every trophy available. Can runner-up in Golden Ball and Player of the Year, though, so that's going to be a target for Vegeta. Can he become Golden Ball winner or Player of the Year winner? I think that'll be something we need to keep an eye on. So that's going to be it for Season 7. We'll go forward 1 year, and we'll see if they're still at their clubs, still buying the goals, and if there's any more trophies to be won. I'll see you back for Season 8. We have arrived at the end of Season 8. It's the year 2025. 1 year on. Let's see how our boys got on. So they're both at the same club. So no movement in clubs. Vegeta's still at Man United. Son Goku is still at Monaco. Looks like Goku's gone up in value. 60 million he's worth now. So not quite the 44.5 he was last year, and Vegeta's around about the same sort of level. Vegeta had the better average rating though. He had a 7.92 compared to 7.36 for Goku. So we'll have a look at Goku first. So that is Goku's at 8 caps for Spain now. He still hasn't scored a goal though. So he's still still hasn't got his goal for Spain anyway. Which, if we look at the Spain team, let's see where they're playing him. Okay, so they're playing him in a 4-4-2 with Vegeta and Goku both up front for Spain. So if we look at the tactics, there we go. So the two Saiyans up front in a partnership side by side. Who would have thought that would have happened in Dragonball Z? Although it has kind of worked out like that, the way Super's gone on. Anyway, I'm going off talking. Talk about Dragonball Z. Okay, so if we go back to old Son Goku. So 5 goals in the Champions League, 13 goals, although he's been mainly used off the bench for Monaco, so he's not a first team player in France or for Monaco. So he's getting the games, but not as frequently as he'd like. Played in the Trophée des Champions, played in the French Cup, played in the Coupe de la Ligue, so played in pretty much every competition, even played in the Olympic Games for Spain. But overall, 24 games, 25 off the bench though. 21 goals, 2 assists, and 6 player of the match. I was going to say he didn't get any player of the matches. So did Monaco win the league? No, they did not. They came second to PSG once again. It seems to be dominated by PSG. They've won it the last 7 years in a row. And this year, PSG only didn't lose a single game. They drew 2 games and won 36. So PSG must have an absolute monster of a team. Mbappe, Neymar, Dembele, a few regens from what I can see. But Mbappe, I think, is the star man of that team. 110 points, 0 losses. It's going to take something to usurp PSG. 102 points in any other season would have probably won the league for them. But you cannot stop the PSG juggernaut. So we look at the milestones for Goku. Let's see if he's won anything. Did they win any cups or anything like that? So I think if we go down to... I think it's around about be here. So he won most promising player. So that's definitely something he can add to his trophy count. He was the most promising player for the 23-24 season. That was last season. He won most promising player. Runners-up in the Trophée des Champions. Runners-up in the French Cup. Did PSG win the French Cup? They did win the French Cup. That's not a surprise. Did they win the French... Oh, no, that was last season's. Did they win the Trophée des Champions? They did win that as well. So PSG are running riot in France, which is kind of stopping Goku from really winning many more trophies to add to his trophy cabinet. We'll have a look at the career stats just to summarise. So 32 games in the league overall, 13 goals, 2 assists, 3 player of the matches. So we'll have a look at Vegeta. Did he win as many trophies as he did last season? So a lot of greens now. 19 dribbling, 18 finishing. So Vegeta is such a complete player. He's an elite striker. Still on the same wage though, but 12 games in the Champions League, 8 goals, 2 assists, 26 goals in the Premier League, 6 assists, 12 player of the matches, and overall 54 games, 39 goals, 9 assists, and 15 player of the matches. So we'll have a look at the milestone to see if he won anything. So 2025. So we need to go back to kind of about here. So they didn't win the Community Shield, but they won the European Super Cup. So they beat Dortmund 3-2 in the Super Cup. So that's a new trophy that he hasn't won before. He was shortlisted for Footballer of the Year. He won the Club World Championship, but he didn't win Best Player. Asensio won the Best Player award. So he hasn't won the Best Player of the Club World Championship. He came third in the Football of the Year again, because last year, did he place last year? Oh, no, that was last. Oh, yeah, so the year before. No, he didn't even place the year before. But he came third in Footballer of the Year. Sort of the European football, the World Football of the Year. He was named in the Team of the Year again. He won the Premier League again. He won Players Player of the Year, Footballer of the Year, Top Goal Scorer, Players Young Player of the Year. So all the individual awards came in for Prince Vegeta. But I think he won the Club World Championship, the Super Cup, and the Premier League. So they didn't win the Champions League unless they've already played it. Let me have a look. So if we go to senior squad, no, they got knocked out by PSG. Did PSG win the Champions League? Did they win? Okay, so they've yet to play in the Champions League. But PSG are just winning everything right now. But they won the Super Cup, knocked out by Chelsea in the FA Cup, knocked out by Spurs in the Carabao Cup, won the Community Shield, won the Club World Championship. So I don't think there's many trophies that Vegeta hasn't won, if I'm honest with you. Now, the only thing I haven't checked, before we do the comparison, is I want to do the same for Son Goku. I want to see Monaco's competitions. So, if we look at Ligue 1, did he get any top, really? No, he's still not been featured in the goals or the average ratings, but then he came off the bench, so we wouldn't expect him to be in that. But we look at Monaco's, they came second in the league, knocked out by PSG in the Champions League, knocked out by PSG in the Trophée des Champions, knocked out by PSG in the French Cup, and knocked out by PSG in the Coupe de Ligue. So PSG knocked Monaco out of every competition that they were in. And it'll be interesting to see if PSG won every competition this year. So they've won that. They got the final of the Champions League. They could win 5 trophies this season, PSG. They could very well win 5. So they are the dominant team of this save right now. But we'll do the comparison. We'll see how they go side by side with each other for the season. So we'll have a look at the overview. I feel as if Goku is closing the gap. I know it's such a wide gap between the two players, but I honestly feel he is closing it. Speed, vision, attacking is now only one away technical-wise, but Vegeta has the aerial, the mentals, and the physical and the defending. So physical and mental, Vegeta's got it, but as far as speed, vision, attacking, and technical, there's not much between them. We look at the attributes there, and there's a few that Goku is actually better than Vegeta. So technique that he's better, composure he's better, he's always been better in leadership, vision he's better, and acceleration was the same, but I think the gap is closing. I feel as if it's closing. And we look at the stats there, Vegeta's got the most goals, most assists per 90 minutes, most key passes. Goku again has the most tackles. I think he had most tackles last season. So he's putting a bit more of a shift in the defensive side of things than Goku is. But I mean, it'll be interesting to see where they're playing him. Is there a way we can see where they play him? I'm not too sure. Because there's form development. Here we go. So yeah, they are playing him as a striker. So they've played him on the wing a few times. But naturally, they are playing him as a striker. So again, I think I'm going to have to give it to Vegeta as far as this season goes. He's just picking up all the individual honours. He's picking up the trophies. So Vegeta's pulling away as far as the trophy cabinet goes. So we're going to go on one more year for the end of Season 9, the year 2026. We'll see how our two Saiyans get on. See if there's any more trophies in the future for these two players. Can Monaco get out of the shell of PSG? Or will Man United win everything for the English side of things? We'll see you for the end of Season 9. We've arrived at the end of Season 9. It's May 2026 now. Let's have a look at our two players. let's see how well they've done. So they're both at their clubs. So Vegeta's still at Manchester United. Goku is at Monaco, although it looks like he's wanted as well. He's wanted by Barcelona. The irony of that, he could be going to the club that Vegeta started at. So we'll have a look at Goku first. So number 11 shit, he's a first team player. He's 36 games, 9 off the bench, 19 goals, 8 assists, 2 penalties, 4 player of the matches there. Nothing really special, kind of what we've already seen, to be honest with you. So we'll have a look at the career stats so we can get a breakdown there. So 12 goals in the league, 1 in the cup, 6 continental goals. He's scored an international goal as well, which we'll have a look at in a second. But a 7.55 average rating, which is better than last season. Not quite as good as his first season though. So he's declining on the goals year on year, but it seems like his assists are going up. So that's interesting to note that Goku is sort of more of a team player. 17 caps for Spain, 3 goals, so he's still on the 3 goals for Spain. Let's have a look if he's won anything of note with Monaco this year. So we will start. So they were runners-up in the Trophée des Champions. So he was shortlisted for World Footballer of the Year, which he didn't win, although Vegeta did come third. But he was shortlisted. So he's getting up there now. He's catching up to Vegeta. Forward of the season, runner-up in the Champions League. He was second to Vegeta. So, they scored the same amount of goals. The average rating was higher for Vegeta, though. But the same amount of goals scored, and he was Golden Boot third place. So he looks like he scored more goals than Vegeta did in the Champions League. So Goku's starting to make a name for himself, which is probably why Barcelona are sniffing around, if I'm honest with you. But so it'll be interesting to see the next episode whether Barca do come in for Son Goku. So we'll have a look at Vegeta. Obviously, we're used to seeing all the greens by now. So in all, 47 appearances, 7 off the bench, 32 goals, 7 assists, 16 player of the matches, a 7.91 in all competitions, 42 caps for Spain, 39 goals. So it was almost a goal a game. That is an unreal record at club or at international level. So overall, 47, 32 goals. So a very good season. 7.91, just not good enough from last season, but 0.001 is not really something to sniff at there. So did Vegeta win anything though? Did United win anything this season? We'll have a look at the milestones. So we've got to make sure we get at the right one. So what are we? 25, 26. So there we go. So he was runner-up in the Community Shield, shortlisted for World Footballer of the Year, which he came third place in. So he still hasn't won that Footballer of the Year prize. He was the World Golden Ball runner-up to Mbappe. That's the second time Mbappe's beaten for the award. So Mbappe seems to be raking in all the awards at the moment. So Player of the Weeks, Team of the Weeks. He won the Premier League again, which is to be expected at this point. I think United have won the league every year he's been there. Players Player of the Year, Players Young Player of the Year again. Named in the Team of the Year, top goal scorer for the Premier League. He was the Supporters Player of the Year, named in the Dream Team for the Champions League, and won Forward of the Season. So once again, individual honours are rolling in for Prince Vegeta. But we'll have a look at the comparisons between the two. So, the one thing I did notice, which for whatever reason doesn't come up on the milestones, he's won. Vegeta's won. Where is it? The European International League. He's actually won it twice. If I scroll down a little bit further, I think it was just before he joined Man United. Let's keep going. I have definitely seen... There we go. So, International European League. He's won that twice now with Spain. And also, let's have a look if Goku won it, because he would have been in the national team as well. Named in Spain's seasonal best. Yes, so he's won it as well. So Spain won the European International League that year. So that's two international honours for both players. So they're playing in the same team, it looks like. If we go to senior squad, oh, he's on the bench now. Borja Mayoral seems to have taken his place. But they are playing in the same national team. They're both getting international honours, which is fantastic to see. So we'll do the comparison. That's the only thing we need to do now. See if Goku's closed the gap a bit. To be fair, it's the gap that's always been there. I mean, he's only 1 point behind in technical and attacking, but the aerial, mental, defending and physical, Vegeta's so much better. The attributes, Goku's still got those few stats where he's better, but it is a lot of Vegeta. He is by far the better player, although he's on 325 grand a week now, Vegeta. So Goku's closing the gap a bit. As far as statistics, we can see that Vegeta's got more goals, but Goku has more assists and key passes. Vegeta, more passes, more shots, but Goku's got more tackles won per 90 minutes. Although Vegeta has the better tackle completion ratio, and he has the better average rating as well. So once again, I think Vegeta is probably the better player out of the two at this moment in time. So that's going to bring an end to the 3 seasons. We're going to go into the summary now and see how they compare side by side when it comes to trophies, honours, statistics as well. So I'll see you at the wrap-up screen for this episode. So this brings an end to season 7, 8 and 9. And as you can see on the screen, the stats speak for themselves. Vegeta has just won everything with Manchester United over the past few seasons. I mean, we couldn't even fit it in the trophy cabinet. There are 12 miscellaneous trophies not included on Vegeta's side of the trophy cabinet, which I will read to you. 1 European Super Cup, 1 English League Cup, 1 Community Shield, 1 German Super Cup, 2 English Player of the Years, 1 German's Player of the Years, 1 German Players Newcomer of the Year, 3 English Players Young Player of the Year, and 1 Spanish Under-19 Cup. Look at all those accolades, man. I mean, a Champions League, 3 Premier Leagues, 2 German First Divisions. He's won 2 European International Leagues with Spain, Golden Shoe, Best Player in Europe, and the rest you can see for yourself. £198 million total transfer value. He is one of the best players in the world right now. And if we look at Goku, he's also won the European International League, a French Super Cup, most promising player in France. But it's kind of been it. He's been very unlucky because PSG seem to be dominating a lot in the French league. So Monaco aren't really picking anything up. But, you know, 56.85 million is a lot of money to spend. And who knows where he could end up. As we've seen in the last season, there was a lot of clubs. Well, I think it was Newcastle or Barcelona are in for him. So it'll be interesting to see if he stays at Monaco for the forthcoming seasons. So I think it's got to go to Vegeta, I think, for these 3 years. He has just turned into an absolute monster of a striker. But the career is not over yet. There's still plenty of time for Goku to win the accolades and possibly catch up to Vegeta. And we will find out in this experiment. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Please leave a thumbs up if you're enjoying this experiment. We're going to come back for seasons 10, 11 and 12. Also follow me on Twitter at SuperSwarmYT. Tweet me to let me know, who do you think at the end of the experiment is going to be the better player with the most achievements? Is it going to be Son Goku or is it going to be Prince Vegeta? So for next episode, guys, we'll do seasons 10, 11 and 12. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and hopefully catch you in the next one. Subscribe for more content.